If this book taught me anything, it taught me you better know who the hell you're dealing with. You better know who you're dating. You better know who you're befriending. You need to know who everybody is praying to. Not everybody is praying to Jesus. Not everybody is praying to Allah. Not everybody is believing in Buddha. Some people are really playing with sticks. Some people are really, you'll think that they're doing things for the betterment of you guys as a team. Nah, it's all about self. Hey you guys, I'm back with a book review. Okay, this book is titled Seeds of Laveau. It's by Rolf M. Edgerson Jr. The book summary says, what are dreams? Well, the definition tells us it's a parade of images, desires, sensations, ideas, and emotions that usually occur involuntarily in the mind during various stages of sleep. Like your mind is the director to a movie that only you can see and watch. Some feel dreams are just the means of an overly active mind entertaining itself, while others believe that their dreams carry a much more symbolic meaning. So, what does it mean when someone in your dream demands that you take action? Dèsirèe Glapion had that issue with her dreams, and the person demanding action was the New Orleans Voodoo icon Marie Laveau. Dèsirèe was part of a small group of 7 souls that discovered they all shared the kinship with the Queen of Voodoo. A mixture between the human and the spirit realm collide. Family become enemies and friends turn to foes. Follow to see where Dèsirèe finds herself in this epic paranormal battle. This book is 216 pages. It says typical time to read is 4 hours and 19 minutes. This is not my first time reading a book by this author. This was a different kind of book though, because I didn't know what to expect with the whole voodoo thing and stuff. I'm like, is it going to be in left field? Is it going to be, ghosts coming through walls and stuff? I didn't know what to expect. Now, it is based in 1994. It says the year was 1994. The city was fighting with itself as violent crime was on the rise. Murders were occurring every day, and city officials didn't know what to do to calm it on. So it also gives you some information on Lua. So it says they're the spirits of the West African and Haitian voodoo religion. Voodooists believe that over 1,000 Loa exist, the names of at least 232 of which are recorded. Each has its own personality and is associated with specific colors and objects. So, with that being said, it gave me a good little back history and stuff. Dèsirèe keeps having these dreams, okay? And in Dèsiree's dreams, she keeps kind of getting this message of she has to do something, okay? And Dèsirèe doesn't really know how to feel about it until she ends up talking to a family member who ends up explaining to her, it's because of your lineage. It's because of you being related to, this voodoo queen. Excuse me. It's because of her being related to, this voodoo queen. So she kind of starts getting interested in learning more about it. She ends up teaming up with a few of her friends. So Dèsiree's parents they're deceased at this point. They did pass away in a car accident when she was 11 years old. And Dèsiree's grandmother ended up passing away a year later. So that's how she basically ended up with the man that she calls Pop, which is her grandfather. So there was a part in here at the very beginning where Sonia is her best friend. So Sonia's name is Sonia Paris. Dèsirèe and Sonia had known each other since freshman year, and the bond has been strong like blood sisters, even though they weren't. Sonia was the firecracker of the two, always ready to enjoy life to the fullest, while Dèsirèe was the calm and composed one. Listen, Sonia quickly became someone that I couldn't stand, because Sonia is the type she takes shit too far. Sonia gets this much amount of power. You know those people where they were never a manager, but you go ahead and you give them an assistant manager title, and all of a sudden they're writing people up for being 3 minutes late for work. That's the type of person that Sonia is. When Sonia gets to know just a little bit about their voodoo roots and how to tap into it and how to possess this person and how to possess that person, she's willing to even backdoor the person who taught her how to do the things that she now knows how to do. She's willing to sit here and possess people's bodies. She's willing to sit here and take out twins. She's willing to sit here and sew people's mouths shut. She's willing to recruit little people to sit here and basically help her to get to this higher place spiritually. When I say if this book taught me anything, it taught me you better know who the hell you're dealing with. You better know who you're dating. You better know who you're befriending. You need to know who everybody is praying to. Not everybody is praying to Jesus. Not everybody is praying to Allah. Not everybody is believing in Buddha. Some people are really playing with sticks. Some people are really, you'll think that they're doing things for the betterment of you guys as a team. Nah, it's all about self. And Sonya showed me that more and more. And it's like I kept rooting for Dèsirèe. Like, girl, you gotta get that soft shit about your heart, because Sonya is she's gonna sniff out weakness and she's gonna take advantage. And I just never would have thought, like, I loved how this author played and used that the trope, that friends to enemies trope. I said, yeah, you did this. You definitely did this. There were a few different character stories that you could follow in this book. Let me try and name drop all the ones that I have. So I have Sonya, I have Dèsirèe. You also had Eli and Lucas. I believe they were twin brothers. Who else? Let me see. There was one more person, Douglas Santiago. So he was 8 generations deep into the actual studies of the voodoo practice and kept the practice going from what his father had taught him. There also was D. So you have Douglas. I'm missing someone. You have Sonya. I know I'm missing someone else. But basically in the beginning you have you also have Trinity. Let me see. There were a few more characters I know that I'm missing. This book did have a lot of characters. I am not the best at remembering everyone's situation sometimes. I believe I already said Doug. So there was a situation. Oh, there's also Savion too. Did I say Savion already? The point is, there was a situation here where someone became possessed. It was on doesn't even tell me what page it's on. Let me see. Page 30. Okay? I literally was sitting there like, what the F? When I was when I'm reading how it was playing out. Because I cannot imagine what that would be like to witness that in real time. Now, that's up to you if you believe in witchcraft, if you believe in voodoo, if you believe whatever. I am a firm believer in whether you believe in stuff or not, that doesn't mean that it's not happening. Doesn't mean that it's not possible. This author did it with this one. I think I just was a little confused at times as to whose relationship was with whose. This is a very fast-paced book, so you have to actually pay attention to detail. This is not a book where you can sit here and be like, oh, fuck it, I'm gonna skip 5 pages forward and I got what's going on. No. That's not the case. Every single line matters. Every single story piece matters. This author really created a whole world in here. And I don't know how historically correct certain parts were about the I think Marie Laveau was a real person, right? I feel like that was a real person. So I don't know how historically correct certain little parts were and stuff. Now, the part that I really did enjoy was when the sheriff got the what they deserved. Okay? When the sheriff got sent packing and walking because they tried to be on some racist shit, and they were like, all right, basically on some return to sender, that energy you wanted to try and get me, all that infliction and pain you tried to put on me, you're gonna walk until your grandson's feet hurt. You're gonna walk. And I said, damn, that was one hell of a line. To tell somebody you're gonna walk to the end of the earth until your grandkids' feet hurt. And the spell really worked. They're really out here putting out have you guys seen the sheriff signs? Missing sheriff. We located his car, but where is he? I said, that's exactly what his racist ass got. Wouldn't that be nice if we could do that? Don't even get me going down that road, because there's going to be someone that'll inform me I know how to do it. Y'all don't teach me how to do no stuff, because the way I'm set up, I'm not a Sonya, but goddamn, I'm not a Dèsirèe either. Dèsirèe, I needed her to activate her stuff a little bit faster sometimes. I'm like, girl, you're being too soft. I think Dèsirèe just kept hoping that she'd be able to reason with Sonya. And I think it wasn't until they had like their first like altercation that Dèsirèe, it kind of clicked to her mind of like, oh shit, there's no reasoning with you, huh? This was not the first book that I've read by this author at all. I'm actually going to tell you guys exactly what other book that I read because I did a book review about a month ago um by this author. Let me see. I've been reading so many different books, you guys, and I cannot keep every title in my mind because if I try to, I'm going to F up in some way. So, Levi's Labyrinth, I read about a month ago. About a month or so ago, I uploaded the review on that, so that's already there as well. Let me see. There was also another book. Why is like my Amazon not actually wanting to work with me today? What is going on? I also read the book Decisions. That was like back in 2018, 2019 by this author. I think Decisions probably was my favorite book so far, but it was so many years ago that like if you ask me today, like, oh French, what was that book about? I don't remember. So I would have to go back and watch the book review from all the way back then. But I do know I really, really did enjoy that book. With this book, there just were so many characters. Like there were so many characters and trying to remember exactly what role each person played. I know at one point I got the cousins mixed up. The two I thought the two people that were cousins, I was like, so is that the cousin? Is that the best friend? And that's not on the author. I really just feel like it's on me and me not being able to absorb. Like, I think mentally I have a cap on like 6 characters in a book. And that's probably why I typically don't read like the 200-300 page books because the more characters that get involved, I literally cannot contain that amount of information, especially if it's not like a um I can't contain it. So where I got mixed up at is Sonya and Trinity are actually sisters. Dèsirèe is their friend. So I thought that I don't know why I kept thinking that Dèsirèe was Sonya's like cousin, but I was wrong as hell. Was really really wrong. So Sonya is actually the big sister. Trinity is the little sister. Dèsirèe is the best friend. Douglas and Savion are cousins. Lucas and Eli are twin brothers. Um, the way things went for Lucas and Eli at first, I was like, damn, Sonya ain't nothing to play with. Like, Sonya is no joke. Sonya became the villain in my eyes real fast. Yeah, I gotta check this book out. If you've already read the book, go ahead and drop a comment below and let me know. Um, this book was something. I will say that it was something. I still think Decisions was my favorite book that I've read so far by this author, just because I remember that I was able to follow it a lot better than this one. I think I had met my mental cap of like characters' names. I couldn't remember everybody's story and situation. And it was like a longer book, so it's not like you could sit here and just like rush through and be like, okay, like I get it. Like I don't know, I'm not a long book reader. You guys help me out. Could someone give me some tips for like I don't know what happened. Remember as kids when we used to like knock out these books and like read like 300-page books in like 2 days? I think as I've gotten older, like it just has become challenging. I don't even know. I'm going on like a whole rant at this point about the length of books. But regardless, I really did enjoy this book. This book was available with Amazon and Kindle. It is available with Kindle Unlimited. I believe it was $2.99, maybe approximately. Maybe I'm probably wrong. Let me double check before I go ahead and give you guys the wrong price. The point is, I do know for a fact that the book was available with Kindle Unlimited because that's how I read most of my books. I feel like Kindle Unlimited is a program that I feel like it receives a lot of shade that it shouldn't because it allows you to absorb so much more content and to try out new readers and new books that maybe you hadn't read before. Um, I don't know. I do think that as far as like how authors are compensated from their books being on Kindle Unlimited, I think Amazon could check us out some more funds on that. But you know, it is what it is. You're basically paying Amazon for allowing them to have your book on the platform, and they're basically marketing your book and things too. Make sure you guys do follow this author on Amazon as well. When you look at the little book bio at the bottom, usually when you see like the author's like bio, there's that little box that shows you like you can follow the author. And when you do that, it allows you to get notifications every time the author drops a book. That is so like, it's a great, I feel like it is such a great thing for both authors and readers, because it allows authors to see that their following is building. It allows authors to get their books back in front of the readers that enjoyed their books, and it helps readers not to have to keep going back and trying to figure out like, what was the name of this author again, what was the name of this author. Like, it just makes it easier for everybody. So back to what I was saying, the book is actually $6.99. I knew I was lying that it wasn't $2.99. It does say you can earn 21 points if you buy the book. The book dropped February 29th of 2024. It was a leap year book. It was 216 pages. Let me see. Ralph Edgerson Jr. was the youngest of three, born and raised in New Orleans, Louisiana. He always had a wild imagination, but didn't start writing stories and poems until high school. Impressed with his visual writings in class, an English teacher introduced him to journalism, where he honed his skills even more. In July of 2018, Ralph M. Edgerson Jr. became a published author, and his 5-star rated urban novel, Decisions, arrived. In June of the following year, he had the second installment, Decisions 2, True Adjustments, published, and he hasn't stopped writing since. A true New Orleans native, all of Ralph's novels are based in the city he grew up in, and throughout every novel, he gives detailed descriptions of the city that will always be home to him. Ralph enjoys creating dramas that keep his readers enthralled in the storyline and hearing readers' fascination with the story and the characters. Yo, I am like so tongue tied today. So tongue tied. Point is, I really did enjoy this book. Your girl's brain and memory just is not equipped for more than 6 authors at this point. 6 authors. 6 characters. If you guys have not already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. My allergies have been tearing me up today. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next book review. Bye.